Good morning, guys. It is March 19th, almost spring break. We're going to get started today with our math lesson. I'm going to be asking you 3 questions. One will be about money, one will be about time, and maybe some adding and subtracting. All right. Now, before we get started on our clock question, I just want to do a little review, and I'm not sure who's going to be watching this video, so we want to make sure that everybody's kind of on the same page. Okay, let's see how much you remember about our analog clock. That's what we call this clock that has the numbers on it. There's digital clocks like on your microwave or your cell phone, and then this is the analog clock. And it has different rules, doesn't it? Yep, if you're in my class, you already kind of know this, so we can just kind of review. All right, so these little sticks are on your clock are not really called sticks, are they? No, they're called hands. They don't look like hands, do they? No. But this smaller one, or the little hand, is what we call the hour hand. You always start with that one. And then this big one that goes around the clock also is called the minute hand, because it tells you how many minutes have passed. Okay? So, let's start with putting the hour hand on a number. And then anytime the minute hand is on a 12, it has a special name. Do you remember what it's called? Yeah, old clock. So this time, if we wanted to say the time, we'd start with the hour hand to see what hour it is, 9, and then we would say, old clock. All right, so what time would this be? Yeah, 5 o'clock. How about this one? How about that? Yeah, 3 o'clock. Now, be careful, because if the hour hand is still on the 3, it's still 3 o'clock. How about right now? Is it still on the hour hand? Is it still on the 3? Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. It's going to be 3 o'clock or in that hour until it goes to the next number. Now, if it's on this number, it's now 4 o'clock. Okay? So how about if it's like this, though? Oh, no, Mr. Boy, I don't know. Yeah, 6 o'clock. How about this one? This gets kids confused sometimes. Yeah, it's under there. You always start at the hour hand, and you say that number, 12, and then o'clock, 12 o'clock. All right. So we know o'clock pretty good in our class, maybe in your class too. And then let's pretend it was 9 o'clock, and some minutes had gone past. Every time we go past one of these numbers, we count by 5s. Good. Okay, you ready? So let's try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So anytime there's an hour, the hour hand's on a number, and the minute hand is on a 6, we always say 30, because 30 minutes have gone by. Or we call it half past, because it's half of the clock, right? All right, so what time is it? Yeah, 9:30. How about this one? 1:30. How about this one? Yeah, 3:30. Ooh, how about if they're both on the 6? Yeah, 6. It's under there. See it? 6:30. Good job. Don't mind my poster. Good. All right, so our math question today is going to be about time that has gone by, okay? So if it's 3 o'clock and an hour goes by, that means the minute hand went around. 1 hour, all around the clock. It went from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Because 3 plus 1 hour would be 4 o'clock, right? Yeah. So here's my first question. It's going to be kind of like that, about how much time has passed. Okay? So Mr. Bob, who is my helper in my classroom, he usually comes to class early in the morning. He comes at this time. What time is it? Yeah, 8 o'clock. Okay, so here's the question. Mr. Bob came to make copies for me today at 8 o'clock. He was there for 3 hours. What time did Mr. Bob leave? If you have your board, you can write down the time. Good, let's see. 8 plus 3 hours. Well, I know 8, 9, 10, 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 8 o'clock plus 3 more hours would be 11 11 o'clock. Let's try it. Count with me. We have to go around 3 times. 8 o'clock. Whoop. 9 o'clock. Whoop. 10 o'clock. We got to go around one more time. Whoop. 11 o'clock. We went around 3 times. So he would leave at 11 o'clock. Good job. Let's try one more. Let's try this one. Marcos. Yeah, we'll do one about him because I know he likes to play soccer. Let's pretend he has a soccer game at this time. What time is it? Yeah, 5 o'clock. Marco's soccer game starts at 5 o'clock and it ends in 2 hours. What time should his mom come pick him up? You try it. 5 o'clock and his mom's going to come back in 2 hours. What time does she need to come back and pick him up? Let's try it. 5 plus 2 more hours. Gotta go around 1, 2. 2 more hours. What time would it be? 7 o'clock. Good job, because 5 and 2 more is 7. So 5 o'clock plus 2 more hours, go around the clock 2 times. 1 hour, 2 hour will be 7 o'clock. His mom should pick him up at 7 o'clock. All right, for our next question, if you have some change around your house, like coins, using real coins would probably be even better than using your board. But if you have your whiteboard, you can use that to solve this money problem, or you can get a handful of change and you can use that because we're going to be going shopping today for some of my items that I have. Okay, so pause this and get yourself either a whiteboard, a piece of paper, something to work it out on, or get some coins and you can work it out with real coins. Okay, so here's my first question. Miss Herbal wants to buy these Skittles. I do like Skittles. Wants to buy these Skittles for 75 cents. What kind of coins could I use to make 75 cents for these Skittles? Ready? Work it out. All right, I'm gonna work it out a couple different ways. Now, if you know the quarter song, you probably already guessed how to do it pretty easily, if you remember how to sing your quarter song. Because I know if I have 1 quarter, that's 25. If I have 2 quarters, do you remember how much 2 quarters is? Yeah, 50 cents, right? 50 cents. But how much is 3 quarters? You have to know the quarter song. Ready? 25, 50, 75, $1. I heard 75, and that's how much my Skittles were. So 3 quarters is 75 cents. That's one way to do it. But what if I didn't remember the quarter song? And I didn't remember that 3 quarters was 75. Could I use dimes? Yeah, let's try it. Dimes are worth how much? Yeah, 10 cents. So let's try it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. But it was 75. So what do I need? Yeah, you could use 5 pennies, but there's some faster way. Yeah, you could use a nickel. 5. Good. Now, could I use 75 pennies? I could, but you don't want to take that long, right? So you would probably, if I were going to the grocery store and I really, really wanted to get my Skittles, I would probably dig in my purse and try to find 3 quarters because that's the fast way to do it. But if I didn't have that, I could dig out 70. I could use 7 dimes and a nickel of 5. 75. Good. Erase it, Speedy, quick. All right, my next item that I want to buy is this apple juice. The apple juice cost 90 cents. 90 cents for my apple juice. All right, so if you have real coins, dig out 90 cents. And if you don't, you're going to work it out on your whiteboard. Now, I know Miss Herbal told me that if I have a big number like 90, we probably should start with some quarters, right? Yeah. Now, truthfully, I would probably use $1 since 90 is so close to 100. And I know $1 is 100 cents. So that's probably what I'd do and get some change back. But just for today, let's pretend we only have change. And we want to buy it. It costs 90 cents. I know some of you love those dimes, and that's okay. You probably already did 90 cents with all your dimes, didn't you? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And is that okay? Sure is. That'll do it. 9 dimes, 90 cents. Perfect. But, like I said, try to use some quarters. Well, let's sing the quarter song. 25, 50, 75. All right, I'm close with 75. What's 75 and 10 more? Remember when we add a 10 stick? It would just be 75 and another 10. Yeah, 85. Still not enough. 85, and I'm trying to get to 90. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Now I could use 5 pennies, right? 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Or I could get rid of all those pennies, those 5 pennies, and just use the nickel. So let's go back and count. Ready? 25, 50, 75. 10 more is 85. And then 5 more, 90. There you go. Good job. Now, if I did use $1, let's pretend I have $1. If I did use $1, that's 100 cents, right? If I used $1, I would have 100, and it only cost 90. So how much money would I get back? Yeah, that person, they can't cheat me. They'd have to give me back a 10, one of my 10s, right? Because it only costs 90. And if I gave them 100, they'd have to give me that 10 back, wouldn't they? Yeah. All right, so erase it, Speedy, quick. Good job. Our next question is one of those part, whole questions we talked about yesterday. It's a little bit trickier, so you have to really think about, is this adding, is it subtracting? What am I looking for? Okay, so here's my question. There are 18 kids outside playing soccer. That would be fun on this sunny day, huh? Yeah, 18 kids are outside playing soccer. 9 of them are boys. How many are girls? 18 kids are out playing soccer. 9 of them are boys. How many are girls? Well, let's figure this out. 18, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's my 18. That's my whole thing, right? 18 kids. And we know 9 of them are boys. So couldn't we mark out those 9 boys? Because we already know those are boys. Yeah, so you can even put a B if you want for 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are boys. So these ones that are left have to be the girls, don't they? The other part must be girls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are girls. Did you know that this was 9 without even doing this on your board? You probably did. If you know your doubles really fast, then this was a super easy question. Because if you know 9 plus 9 is 18, when you heard 18 minus the 9 boys, you knew right away that it must be 9 girls. Because 9 plus 9 is 18, right? Good. Now, how would that look for an equation? 18 minus, 18 children playing soccer. 9, we know were boys, so we could take that part away, right? So that means the other part must be the girls, and that was also 9. So if you want to add it, you could probably do it this way. 9 boys plus something equals 18 children. So 9 plus what? 9, yeah, we know that double, don't we? 9 plus 9, 9 boys and 9 girls gives you 18 children. Good job. All right, I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. Now, I would encourage you over spring break, one of the things my girls like to do when we were learning about money is to have like a little store. You know, you can put little price tags on your stuffed animals or whatever you have around the house, and you can use change. Look around for quarters and nickels and pennies or whatever you can find. And you can kind of play store during your spring break if you're stuck in the house. Or restaurant. My girls, we like to make like little menus and they would say, okay, chips cost this much money. And so ask your mom if you could do either a restaurant or a store or something, and play with that change that you already have maybe lying around the house, okay? That's a fun way to learn during spring break. Take care. Bye.